Hello everyone. I hope that you guys enjoy this view as much as I do. And this is right up the road from the house. As one of my favorite spots to come to. This is we're back at Merchant's Mill Pond, and we're over by the boat ramp, and basically it's just a pretty cool place to come and watch the water, just especially if you like that waterfall sound. They've got this dividing wall here that goes all the way down and around. That's what causes it. Yeah. Isn't it pretty? I really want to get out here on a kayak. That'll be a fun video if I ever get to make it. Go ahead and cross over this side, show you the back side of what it's flowing into. Well, if you're seeing this video, then I have had my first official live. And with having my first official live, I had a handful of people come in, had a nice little spike of 30-some viewers, got 5 likes. We did pretty good. Unfortunately, the internet back here is terrible. Just terrible. So I am making this video because I didn't really get to have much of a conversation in the live about stuff. And this is the backside, which I love. Merchant's Mill Pond. If it weren't for the bugs, I'd be out here way more. I'd said that in the chat, and it's the absolute truth. If it wasn't for the fact that I've got to be out here dealing with mosquito heaven, I would be out here way, way, way more often. It is super pretty out here. Anyway, we got to get back towards the house. There's technically rain inbound that we may or may not see pieces of. Excuse me. But I know it's been a long, almost month since I've posted anything, and this video is hopefully going to tie up and catch everyone up on what's going on. So basically, as I was starting this channel and starting to get a real grip on my lymphedema situation, I ended up having to go in for another surgery, and I started a third type of cancer treatment. And for those who are new to the channel, I have stage 4 metastatic melanoma. And so a combination of whether or not it was the surgery or not the surgery, or if it was the medications, whatever it was, I had a really bad reaction to the third medication, and it put me in the hospital for 3 days. I didn't sleep for 62 hours. It was absolutely horrific. I know that I've given pieces of updates here and there, so some of this may sound like it's things you've already heard, and it's because you probably have. Fast forward, the reason I haven't picked back up on making videos for this channel or doing the live streams yet is largely because I've been trying to adjust to these the newest medications. For anybody who's curious, the medications are Mektovi, Mektovi, and Braftovi, Braftovi. These medications are considered toxic. They're very, 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 very strong, and they have a very long list of side effects. Now, the silver lining here is that I have been on these medications for 1 whole month worth of treatment, and I had only made it to 9 days on the stuff before this. So, for all intents and purposes, we're doing good. But it has taken me up to this long to kind of find my little bit of zen with what's happening. For the first month of that stuff, and even now, it's not completely absolved. I still feel these symptoms. Like right now, I regret walking so far. But we have to get back. So we're heading back. It is a little under 2 miles from where we just were to get back to my house. So, one step at a time. But anyway, the surgery itself put me down for X amount of time, and then the hospital visit put me down for X amount of time. I came out and I felt horrible for at least a week after that. Not as horrible as I had felt, but horrible in the sense that, like, I just wasn't right. Things hurt. I was out of breath a lot. I was fighting to stay awake, so to speak. I mean, but really, you stay up for 60 some hours straight, and you're going to wind up being incredibly tired. And that's ultimately what happened. I basically fought with that medication and then moved over to this medication. And basically, it's just been trying to normalize what I can with the side effects. Fatigue is my main one. The breathing heavies, that's because I'm fat. So don't mind that. That's what happens when a fat kid walks as far as I've walked so far today. Oh, we gotta go uphill. But basically, I'm not making any promises for daily live streams just yet because I'm not 100% back on top, and there's things that I need to take care of in other facets of my life before I can really commit to a daily thing. And like I was saying before I had my surgery, when we were leading up to this, I'm not working right now, and YouTube doesn't pay that much money. I mean, honestly, right now it doesn't pay any money at all because I'm not monetized. But my point is, YouTube doesn't pay money for me to go make this content. And as much as I want to be out every day, you know, going to different places, fuel is almost $4.50 a gallon right now. That is not something I can afford, you know, driving my pickup truck around. My pickup truck gets like 12 to 16 on average, which is just not enough for me to be out there trying to go places. And the next issue is I have to have something with air conditioning and heat, because I've now learned that I've stopped handling the extremes as well. If it gets too cold, I get freezing cold, and it hits me in my core at my bones. And if I get too hot, on the flip side, I start feeling nauseous, I start feeling sick to my stomach, and it progresses as it goes. And so there is a lot of trying to find the balance with this so that I can do a little to build some strength and then rest to actually retain that strength. Because if you overdo it, it's really easy to overdo it. It's not good for you. None of it's good for you. Like, I'm walking this far because I felt comfortable enough doing it, not because I'm scared anymore. I've given the months that I've been dealing with the lymphedema thing actively, and it's been at the forefront of my mind, I've kept most of this under control. So we're not starting over from square one each time I go out for a walk like we were when I first started. And it's not that bad. So we're doing what we can. I still have some residual hard swelling from the surgery itself. The body reacts in weird ways when you get hurt. So some of the skin is toughened up a little bit underneath of the surface. So I still have some issues. But the fluid swelling has largely been maintained and controlled. This is such a long road. It's a nice road, though. It's a really pretty view. Like, it's even better when the bugs aren't bothering me. That's what I need to remember. I need to remember to put bug spray on. Like, I'm going to get home, and because it's supposed to rain off and on all day and thunderstorm, I was largely just going to stay in the house and try to do a little video gaming, do a little bit of house chores, do a little bit of video gaming, do some more chores, try and break it up a little bit, maybe squeeze a nap in there somewhere. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Well, not for nothing, I'm feeling pretty good most days now with the medication. once situations improve where I can get out to more places, especially in better populated areas with more cell phone signals, like that's a big thing. Is today's live stream, the real problem there was just that there's no signal at Merchants Mill Pond. Me and my wife go back there all the time trying to play Pokemon. And I say all the time, but I go back there more than she goes back there. But the point is, it's always a struggle. From the moment I get off of this gravel here at the other end of the road where we just came from, all of my signal goes, and it's just an aggravation. So some of these are going to be videos still with me uploading, just walking on my road and chatting about things on my mind. Some of these will be where I've driven myself to Merchants Mill Pond or other parks. I mean, we're just going to have to see what we can do as the time allows it, you know. I would love to get out there and see more parks. I'd love to share more locations with you, but I'm sure you understand, money doesn't just fall out of the sky, and when it does, it usually comes attached with a bunch of rules and a bunch of catches. So, unless there's no tracker and it's unsequential bills, leave it there. Oh, we got a little bit of water. The frog just jumped all the way down. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to make you take the leap of doom. Might have to watch that back myself and see how that looked. See if we caught it on camera. That dude just straight, whoop. Oh, that breeze is so nice. It's funny. I left the house half expecting to get rained on the walk back, but like, where's the rain? Like, I see some clouds over there, but like, I was hearing light rolls of thunder when I walked the dog before we took off. So, where's the rain? Okay, I can see the abandoned house. I know we're making progress now. I'm also keeping my eye out for a turtle. You never know when you're going to see a turtle out here. It's been the right conditions lately too. Lots of turtles have hatched. I went to Mill Pond yesterday to play some Pokemon Go, and let me know in the comments what everybody thinks about Pokemon Go, because I may do a selfie stream every now and again at some of the parks that have Pokemon Go locations. And I say a selfie stream, it won't be a live stream at those parks. It'll be me walking around, recording my screen, but potentially having my face on it. Although it might just be Pokemon Go with me commentating and narrating what's going on, where I'm going, seeing and stuff. Yes. That wind is lovely. I'll tell you what, there's a fucking house here, and the old people that live here are snooty. The husband actually told me my yard looked like a junkyard. And sir, I just want to let you know, I don't give a fuck if it looks like a junkyard. You can keep your goddamn words to your fucking self. Douchebag. Your yard looks like shit. Anyway. Let's just look at the view. This was all grown in last year before. Well, it might have been 2 summers ago now. This looks like 2 summers worth of growth. Oh God, we are getting there. Slowly but steadily, we are getting there. It's a shame there's no shortcuts through my yard. There used to be, but it's all grown in now, and there's a tree down that cut me off from getting to it, and that's why it's grown in. Once upon a time, you could actually walk all the way around the outer ring of the property, and it was clear. But then the trees went down, and the county kept edging these damn ditches, and every time they'd edge the ditch, they'd get closer and closer into my yard, taking more and more of it. We actually had an incident where there are mains that run up this road from my house, from the end of the road, past my house, around the corner. We'll walk past it. There's a drain field back there. Now, they've shut the drain field itself down, but the pool that evaporates most of this stuff is still back there. The bacteria pit is still back there. And so they still pump stuff to it. They just don't spray the field anymore. Which is a shame, because, oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at that guy. Don't touch it. Things that are brightly colored in nature are not your friends. Saw that orange on him? That boy is ready to wrap around your finger and light you up without a moment's notice. And I'm here to tell you, you don't want to get bit by a centipede. It might not be deadly, though some of them are. Although that was a millipede. That wasn't a centipede. That was a millipede. You get bit by a millipede or a centipede, that shit hurts. 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 There's nothing, it's fire. From the moment they stick you, for days, if you're unlucky enough. Fire. Nothing but fire. And it's weird, because you think you get used to it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ask me how I know. The answer is yes. I got bit in the back of the leg crawling underneath of some dumb shit during a game of fucking hide and seek when I was younger. And I knew it was a millipede because the damn thing latched on and I had to actually peel the fucking thing off of me. And boy, let me tell you, I was like 12. Not a good time for me. Not a good time for me at all. I was crying for 2 days. And then it swelled like hell. You couldn't sit on it for nothing. Oh, God, it was terrible. But anyway, that's been Bishop's wildlife lesson for the day. There'll be more of them as I see more wildlife that I can get close to. Although I'm here to tell you, I am not the Karen that hops out the truck, starts trying to mess with a bull or a deer or a moose. That's not me. You'll see me, I'll climb a tree, I'll be right up off the ground, and not be anywhere near that shit. So, that shed way over there, and the whole field, and the fencing, and all that, that's the drain field. Oh, we're back by the abandoned house. I say abandoned, the people who own this property know it's here. It's not been abandoned, it's just been left to rot. Because they've logged all that out. You don't log things out if you don't own them. But anyway, most things are going pretty good. Getting back on some kind of a walk every day is really a big goal. I'd like to have a good time chatting with people here and there as I can. You know, it's hard enough to get through life when you have friends and you have people around you. But, like, being sick isolates you in ways that you wouldn't really expect. Like, I'm technically immunocompromised right now, so I haven't really been able to hang out with any of my friends, especially my friends with kids, because, you know, them coming home from school, bringing germs with them and stuff, that's a bad time for me. Now, it's not going to be forever. It's just going to be until it's not. But failing out on the immunotherapies is kind of did me dirty. I don't see anything in the pond, and I'm not trying to shoot the man's license plate. So, this is the old drain field. Basically, if you can see, there's spray nozzles scattered throughout it, and essentially what they would do is they'd process the wastewater up here in this pit, let it sit there for a few weeks with the bacteria breaking all the stuff down, and then they would just spray the water off the top of it into this field. Basically, water the field, but, you know, do it in a way where it can kind of benefit with a little, like all this growth. When they were doing it, they were having to bush hog this twice a week to keep it low. Like, the amount of growth they were getting off that water was crazy. Of course, if anybody ever wanders in there, that's a really nasty place to be, because even though it's treated water, it's not treated like city water. It's not safe to release into the water streams. But releasing it into a field is a whole lot better than dumping it down a hole for it to flood out foundations underneath of the town and shit. So whatever's whatever. They shut it down, and now it just kind of sits and evaporates off. But we're making it, right? We got to the end of this road, which looks far on the camera because it is far, and then we got a left, and then we got a little bit further up that road, and then we'll be at the house. It's a long walk. What are we at? 22 minutes? And I'm walking at a nice brisk pace. I think the Crocs are actually making it worse. I was expecting to get rained on, so I was like, let me put my Crocs on. That'll help. My feet get wet, no big deal. Just take them off when I get home and dry out naturally, nothing. But no, had to do the opposite. Had to get sunny. Although the clouds are finally, yes, good. Getting just a little bit of shade finally. But anyway, I've had a PET scan recently. Believe that was Monday or Tuesday of last week. So I'll have a doctor's appointment coming up soon to discuss what they found, if they found anything. I guess we'll find out. It'll be nice if they didn't find anything, but I guess we'll see. If they don't find anything, then we're on the right path. We're just going to keep taking these medications and keep dealing with what we can while we can. If we happen to get enough subscribers up for me to start up like a members thing, I've been thinking about stuff like that. So maybe anybody who'd be willing to be a member after, we get a bit more established, what kind of stuff do you want to see? Because I could show you more behind the scenes things, but there's not much more behind the scenes than just doing member only streams, like me driving somewhere or me driving away from somewhere to go back home, which I guess that could be fun, but I'd be driving, so it would be kind of hit or miss on whether I'd see comments and be able to respond appropriately, and it's just a matter of trying to be safe. Now, this used to be the shortcut. Where we saw turkeys on the live stream earlier, they were crossing from the field through the woods. They do that all the time. You'll see this little cutout here. I mean, it's all grown in and it's tall, but you'll see the brush is here, but there's no brush really here. Well, that's because where it gets real thick there in the back is a tree that fell down, and this used to be clear all the way around the outer ring of the property. But when that tree came down, I couldn't get over here anymore. And before I knew it, all this stuff was grown in, and I just couldn't get after it with the mower. And because the county came and cut these ditches the way they did, it's not wide enough for me to get over here with the tractor anymore. Used to be able to get the tractor all the way around everything, but now you just can't. So what'll probably happen is we'll probably just leave that the way it is, and when the trees grow up tall enough that they start thinning out into the taller sections, we'll worry about it down the line. Besides more trees and more trees. The county comes through and hits it every so often on the immediate bank edge. So maybe next time they do that, I might try to come out here and baby step my way around with the with the tractor, but I don't like how they did the hills. I don't like how they cut everything, because none of this was here before. Once upon a time, this was all smooth. It had a little indentation for runoff, but it was all, you could drive up and down it, you could walk up and down it. Like there was no ditch. And when they did that fucked me from getting over here with the tractor anymore. And of course, I'm not petty, so I don't think they did it on purpose by any means, but fuck me, it's still aggravating for me to have to deal with it. My closest neighbor, his yard is actually right on the other side of these trees. You can kind of see through the cut. His house is like right over there. It's closer to the road. Look, there's my house. I say I could probably get all in here with the mower and open all this up, but then why? Unless I'm putting a car up for sale and want to put it on the corner, at which point I would just put it up in front of my house. Park it in the front fucking yard. There's no need in doing all the extra. But anyway, guys, this is about the best I could do for a walk for today. Like I said, I wanted to do the live stream, but it just didn't cooperate with cell phone signal. So I'm probably going to have to reserve live streams for places where I have good signal, like really good signal, middle of the city type signal. In the meantime, I guess I'm just going to keep making videos as often as I can, when and where I feel good enough to be able to do it. And I'm just going to keep trying to bring you guys along. And I hope everybody's doing good. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long. I know, some of this stuff is outside of everybody's control. You do what you can, and that's all I'm doing, is what I can. But take your life back. Instead of sitting around and letting it beat you, just take your life back. Even if you go, if you're a kid, go rake up your neighbor's yard, gather up all the leaves for him for $50, $100, however big the yard is. If you're old, man, go to the mall, grab a decaf coffee, and shuffle around. Do it like the old people used to do it. Take your life back. Don't sit down. Don't let all this shit pass you by. Be alive. Live. All right, guys. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all next time.